All right, welcome back. This is another video. Thank you for coming back. I hope that the things that I shared last time, some of you could relate to that. I know most of us go through similar situations in life, and sometimes we just get stuck and we feel that there's no help around. We can't get out of the mess that we are in, and we kind of give up most of the time. But as you could see that though I was in a big trouble, a very big mess, I was able to come out of that. If you have not seen that video, please go and give it a watch. It's a little long, but hopefully it will help you understand where I'm coming from and what I'm talking about. Anyway, in the last video I did say that I will talk about how I manifested my dream car, and this video is all about that. I'll share some pictures of that car. I have not disclosed this to most of the people. Only my close friends and those who I work with know about it, because it's from work. So I'll tell you all about that, how it happened, and how on one side at the same time I was going through a financial crisis where I wasn't being able to find money and have enough money in my account to make sure we have food in our plate. On the other side, I also was able to manifest something which is sort of a luxury car. So I'll talk about that, but before I talk about that, let's go back to the story where it all started. So because I have to give that because everything's connected, but before that, so you see that I'm wearing this suit jacket because I've just come from work. I have a few minutes before I go and pick my daughter up, so I thought that I'll quickly record this. This video shouldn't be that long. I will just tell you how I manifested it, but I will discuss in details what I actually practiced and what I did, so that you can also try and see whether you can manifest the things that you want. So again, as I said, we'll go back to the story. So in the last video I said that I had invested some money into a property, and I was trying to make sure that I come out from renting, and I was thinking that it would be a good plan for the future. But when it was time for settlement, I didn't have that kind of money, and then I didn't get bank loan approved, so my loan didn't get approved. So that's why I was about to lose the land and lose all the money, and I got a default notice. So that's where what I said last time. And then something happened. The property developer managing director, she wrote to me and she said that she would help me transfer the money that I have already invested into a different plot. I have discussed about this in the last video. So that's how I was able to through positive thinking and manifesting through law of attraction, I was able to change that situation from losing all the money to where I am today, where it has got settled and the building will start soon. Now, in between all of this, what was happening was because I was doing all this reading and I was practicing, I am a normal person. I've never done any sort of meditation or read any spiritual books, because I work in a very busy environment and I don't get enough time. Thanks to my wife, I was listening to audiobooks about them, about positive thinking, motivational talks, and how to manifest things, law of attraction, and all these things. There are tons of videos on YouTube. You can go and watch them. But what I want to say is that you don't have to be a yogi, a person who has tons of practice. You can do it just while before you go to bed, before you wake up. Anyway, what I was saying is, because I was doing all this reading, I started manifesting small things. I tried with that. I said that I want to manifest that by the end of the month there should be some money in my account so that I can pay off whatever dues I have. Something like that happened. There was another incident which calls for another video, because that's going to be a bigger one, so I'll talk about another incident later on, but it's a reminder for me. Anyway, what I'm saying is I was manifesting small things, and prior to that, I kept telling my wife about my dream car. I was always telling her that how much I love Tesla, and I've told many of my colleagues as well. They know how much I loved the technology in this battery operated cars, these electric vehicles. They are good for the environment, good for your pocket, because it's fuel prices are always going up. And it's super fun to drive. It's great technology, and I always loved it. And like when you are in love with your sweetheart and she's a good friend and you have not proposed her, and you have that fear in your heart that if you say that you love that person and she might say no, that's why you'd never ask. Same happened with me in terms of the love I had for Tesla cars. I was so scared to even look at the price, because I thought that I would never be able to afford it. But thanks to the reading, thanks to what I've been reading all this while, I developed this positive frame of mind all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, in 1 year. And I started saying that no, maybe I will be able to afford it. I will drive. So whenever I saw a Tesla on the road, I would say that one day I will own a Tesla. And I kept saying that many times. And then what happened? The frequency of the cars coming in front of me increased manifold. I kept saying Tesla. So every time I come back home, I would say to my wife and my kids even, my daughter, my son is too small to understand, but too little, not small. But so I would come back and say, I saw 3 Teslas today. I saw 4 Teslas. I was parked next to a Tesla. I was while I was coming into the car park, there was 1 Tesla going. So these kind of incidents I would come and tell them. And then I was again reading. I kept reading these books over and over again, because many times, because of life and how things are, you tend to forget these practices, and then you go back into the same old routine and forget and get frustrated and get sad. And so I kept reading these books, and in that one of these books, what Rhonda Byrne was talking about was visualization, where you visualize yourself using that or having that what you want for already. So in my case, to visualize that I have that car, I started thinking that the car that I had a Mazda CX-9. It's an SUV. It's a big car, but I started to visualize that I'm driving a Tesla. Whenever I turned on cruise control, I would think that it's the autopilot of Tesla. Obviously it's not the same, but I really started to feel that I'm really driving to Tesla. That's how much belief you need to have. And then what I did was I just made a Tesla sticker. Actually, I drew the T and I pasted on top of the steering wheel, thinking that it was Tesla. Only while I was driving. When someone would join me, I would take that off, but it was only for me. And this also, I picked it up from that book. Someone did that, and I said, I'm not hurting anyone. It's just fun. If universe decides to help me out and show me a way, then probably yes, I can have it. So I started doing that, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, I get this meeting invitation of a webinar where my employer sent me this webinar saying that they have got a tie-up with Tesla. Okay, I'm back again because it records only for 10 minutes, so it cut off. So I'm back again. So where I was saying that I got a webinar invitation from my employer saying that there is a webinar and there is a tie-up with Tesla. There's a corporate program, and immediately I knew that this is nothing but a gift. I am starting to manifest what I wanted, and that's how I said to myself, I cannot miss this opportunity. I told this to my wife. My wife said, go for it. Then I realized that I won't be able to join this webinar. So what I did was I immediately wrote an email to my HR and asked what's the deal about. Then they said, they connected me to the Tesla counterparts, the Tesla sales reps, and then I contacted them and I placed an order on July 20th, and on July 29th I picked my car up. It was such an amazing feeling, you know, when you love something so much and then you start thinking that one day you'll have it, and there is no possibility in terms of the situation that I was in, where I was having trouble in terms of managing my finances, and then from there to be able to manifest this car, it's just miracle. It's amazing. And this was the first time that I ever sat on a Tesla. So I sat on that car and I felt like this is the best feeling ever. Anyway, I will share some pictures of that car. Maybe somewhere here I will share those pictures. You have seen those cars. These are fabulous cars. But what I wanted to actually share in this video is that nothing is impossible. If you really want something, if you really believe that you can get that, you will get it. There are ways and means of practicing that. There are tons of videos on YouTube, but what worked for me was visualization. I visualized that I already have the car. I started saying that I will have this car. I will drive a Tesla. I will own this car, rather than saying maybe I can't afford it because it's too expensive. It's a luxury. From there, when I changed my mindset and I started saying that I can own this car, things changed. I don't want to make this video too long, so what I want to do is I will talk about some more things about what happened in between, how I was able to sort out the finances, and how people came out of the blue to help me out, and how things manifested itself. So there are tons of other things to share with you, and I'm so happy that I'm being able to do that now. Alright, final words. If you really want something, whether it's money, house, a car, a girlfriend, wife, whatever you want, to get that, you have to believe that you've already got it. You have to start visualizing how your life will be when you have that, and be happy that you've already received it. Once you start being happy and believing that you already have it, then somehow magically the universe works in wonderful ways to bring that to you without putting in much effort. I really didn't have to pay anything extra. I didn't have to pay anything more than what I was paying before, and I'm actually going to save more money now. There will be more money coming in rather than going out. So for you as well, anything is possible. You have to believe what you ask for is already with you. With that word, I will end this video, and we will talk about something else next time. If you like to listen to more stories about my life and how I've manifested the things that I wanted to, like getting out of the financial mess, please see my next video. I'll join you in my next video. Till then, have a great day and stay positive. Thank you. Bye.